Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Ultimate Recap, where I interview the extraordinary ladies of the Ultimate Women of Wrestling. This week, I'll be interviewing the beautiful Jordan Blu.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip, and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning, and this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be?
Oh, it's good to have you.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Oh, I'm so proud of you. Seriously. Especially, and also like the path that you've taken, and then to see you on UWW, and then I get to be there watching you ringside.
Yes, thank you so much. That means a lot. Thank you.
Oh, so we're going to ask all the questions that everybody wants to know about you, because you seem to be mysterious.
Oh, I like that.
That's a good. So first off, where are you from?
I'm from Vallejo, California. So.
Cali girl.
I'm a Cali girl. I was born in San Francisco, but raised in Vallejo. Yes, I'm a Bay Area girl.
Oh, I love it out there. It's so beautiful, and the food is amazing. I'm not saying down here it isn't amazing, but I feel like everywhere it's a different kind of style and different kind of flavor, you know?
Where are you from?
From SoCal. So I was born in...
Was that good? I think it's good. So we're like opposite.
We're representing the entire state. What's your family like? And tell us about baby Jordan.
Okay, so I'm Middle Eastern. I'm full Middle Eastern. My dad is from Jordan, and my mom is... That's how I came up with the name Jordan. It's because where my dad is from. And my mom is Lebanese and Egyptian. So I'm full Middle Eastern. So for me to do wrestling is very different, because Middle Eastern women don't do this kind of stuff. But growing up, like I said, I was born in San Francisco. My mom was born in San Francisco, and my dad was born in Jordan. And they ended up actually having an arranged marriage. And yes, and so my mom was the first person to break that, to get a divorce.
Oh my goodness!
Yes. And so she was a single mom, so she raised me and my other brother by herself, because obviously, like, Middle Eastern people don't believe in that. And so she worked 3 jobs. It was just me and my brother at the time. And it kind of made me stronger in a way as like a woman, you know, and just seeing my mom, you know, raise us together, you know, 2 kids on her own and stuff. So it embedded, you know, strength in me to just keep going. And like, if she could do it, I could do it, and stuff like that. So yeah.
I love that, because she did show you how, like, 1, to value your happiness, and 2, you too, just like she was strong and independent, and that no matter what, you could survive and still be happy and still overcome everything, no matter what anybody says. And I find it so beautiful. I love your mom for that.
Yes, I do too. She's my number one supporter and my biggest fan. So
Oh,
what I'm doing is all for her and my family. So
oh.
yes,
But
I have
that's
to keep
amazing.
going.
Do you have any
Yes,
siblings?
I do. So I'm the oldest. I have two other brothers from my mom, and then my
Wow.
dad remarried, and he has two sons and one girl. So there's a total of six of us.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Amazing. Like, is that, do you love like having a big family?
Yes, I do. And it's just a whole bunch of blendedness, which is it's beautiful in its own way too.
I love that. Having all those brothers, do you think like that made you, I guess, more like a tomboy or something? Because I see like a little pattern of people who have a lot of brothers, they end up being more tomboyish.
Yeah, I feel like I'm always like in the middle. So like I can be tomboyish, but then I could also be girly too. So it's like right in the middle. I could turn it up and down. You
Yeah,
too?
the full package. Yeah.
Yeah, you too. And like too with my brothers, I would always play sports with them. Like we would play football, basketball, like all those fun ride bikes and just like
Oh,
so I feel like that helped too, just being like active and healthy and just like you gotta be tough to keep up with these boys.
that's right.
Uh-huh.
What were all the sports that you were into like growing up?
Um, like I actually played soccer. So I was a soccer player growing up. But I played everything like football with my brothers, basketball, baseball, but the actual sport I played was soccer.
Really? Oh my
Yes.
goodness. So, because I was watching your stuff, you take to it so naturally, it's incredible. So I kind of wonder, I was like, wait, with all the flips that you do, have you done any like gymnastics?
I don't.
No.
I have zero gymnastic skills.
Oh my
No cheerleading either, because I know they do like none of that. I just in practice, they're like, you can do it. I'm like, I can, and I'm like, I'm just gonna do it, and then I just did it.
God, that's amazing. They're like, just do it. But see, sometimes I think
Scary just doing
it's
it though.
yeah, I think it's the fear. So one, you're already athletic, and I'm sure they probably saw that you had like boosties, you were able to jump. So they
Right.
probably saw that and they're like, if they didn't see that you were capable of it, they wouldn't have told you to do it. So
Right. And that's how
so
I felt too.
yeah, and it's that fear holding you back. And most people, that's the thing. It's the fear. And I'm so
Right.
glad you didn't because you look so beautiful doing it. Honestly,
Oh,
it looks like you
thank
took
you.
gymnastics.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I would have loved to do gymnastics. Gymnastics and wrestling go hand in hand. It's beautiful.
Part of me thinks like it's never too late. You could still do it because look at what you're doing now. You're basically doing it already, so you could
You're right
go and
though.
train. Yeah.
It would just like it could just boost you up so much more. You're right. It's never too
Yeah.
late. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna see you do more stuff.
I know.
What did high school you think you were gonna do when you got out? Like, what was like the plan in your head that you thought like I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and this is the what I have set for myself.
It was not wrestling. I never thought I would do wrestling. I'm
I
not
was
gonna
like,
say
I didn't even
I
know I
grew
could
up
do
wanting
it.
to, no, it was not. For me, it was a dentist.
Really?
Yes. And so
Oh,
I was actually in dental and I
wow.
was a dental assistant and all that. And that was my journey at the time was dentistry. And
Oh
so
my
it was
goodness.
not wrestling.
That's insane. That's it. That's kind of like what I was because I wanted to be a doctor. So
Uh-huh.
I got medical assisting. So I was a
Right.
medical assistant for a cardiologist, and I was going back to school because I wanted like to climb the steps in the medical field.
Right.
And then one thing led to another, and it's like I found wrestling, and I was like,
Right.
I could
Isn't
do
that
this.
crazy how like your life journey leads you to different things?
Yeah.
And it's like you just have to trust the process and just let go and just like, okay, I'm doing it. Like I'm meant to do this, and then whatever comes from it's gonna be something.
Yes, that's how I figured. It's like, why would this be presented in front of me? An opportunity that most people do not get. walk
Absolutely.
through that door. I was like, let's go through this door, because how many times will I get an offer like this?
Yes.
This
So how did you get out of medical into what you do
wrestling.
wrestling? Yes.
You're interviewing me.
I'm curious. I'm gonna tell you my side.
You're like, this is trust. You tell me about you, I tell you about me.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
next.
my boyfriend at the time, he like got me into like some modeling contest, and to me, I was so angry because I thought, why put me through my worst fear of having people judge me on my looks when they're going to tell me I'm ugly. And I was just so mean to him at the time, because I was like,
Uh-huh.
why'd you do that to me? People are going to judge me.
Right.
And I won the contest, and I was like, oh my God, like maybe I'm just afraid of things and I should just try it and see, who knows what will
Mhm.
happen. So I
Mhm.
went, did the modeling. I modeled for like Latin Nike, um, but I wanted to be in what is it called, in fitness. I was like, okay, so modeling didn't like me for the fact that I was too lean, I was too muscular, even though I
Mhm.
was small.
Mhm.
They
Mhm.
said no, we need soft, and you
Right.
should do fitness magazines. And so when I tried out for fitness stuff
Oh.
for that, they said I was too small. So one, I'm too muscular. Another, I'm too small. Too small. So they said if I made a name for myself in fitness, then I could be in like model for magazines and whatnot. So I tried to do fitness competitions. So I
Uh-huh.
started doing the training, and it was so expensive that I couldn't afford the classes anymore.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
my friend at the gym, he goes, Melina, you could just go to my school. And I said, what do you mean your school? And he said, for wrestling. I said, I'm not going to do college wrestling. He said, Melina, I do professional wrestling. Oh, like WWF?
Yeah.
He goes, yes. What did you think I did?
Uh-huh.
Like I said, I thought you did college stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. like like
You mean this whole entire time we've been talking, that's what you've been doing? And he said, oh, okay, I'll go to your school.
right. Right.
And so I did it as like a yoga class, like some kind of spin class. That's the way I was doing it. I did that.
Yeah.
I did it for conditioning and to keep like, active.
Yeah. Yeah. You never thought anything would come from it. Uh-huh.
No, not at all. And then Dr. Tom scouted one of our shows, and he saw me and he's offering me a card. He watched my match and everything, and he said, you know how to sell. He said, you move well in the ring. You got a great look. He said, okay, let's have you keep going. And here, whenever we're around, here's my card. And I was like, what? You mean like I can get paid to do this? He goes, yes, Melina, you can get paid to do this. And in that moment, that's when I knew, like, I didn't know where I was going in life. I just knew that there were these paths in front of me, these opportunities that were roads less taken, that I need to take it, because that's why, I
Mhm.
fell into it.
Mhm.
So when
Mhm.
he offered me that card, I knew in my head, this is what I was meant to do. I have to see this through. I have to be a wrestler,
Right.
because it felt right. It felt right in my heart.
That right. It's crazy because your story is so much similar to mine.
I
It's
love that.
it's so crazy because for me, the guy I was dating at the time,
Please
oh my gosh, it's
story.
already leading to my story. So the guy that I was dating at the time, his friend did wrestling, and he was like, "Hey, why don't you guys come out and come watch, my show or whatever?" And he was like, "Hey, do you want to come with me?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" And then so we go, and then we watch his show, and a lot of people that were there, he went to the bathroom, were coming up to him in the bathroom, was like, "Hey, your girlfriend looks like Carmella. I thought that was Carmella." And then I was like, who's that? 'Cause I didn't watch wrestling anymore. I used to watch it, a while ago, like you and Trish and like all that, but I haven't recently watched it. I'm like, who's that? So then I Googled her and I was like, oh, I can kind of see why they say that and stuff like that. And then
I could kind of see it, but I'm like, no, you're both like different look.
different,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, yeah, like just different.
But
I was
at the
like,
same time, whatever the message, both beautiful.
yes, I was like, she's gorgeous. I'm like, I'll take that. You know what I mean? And so I was like, okay, I could kind of see it or whatever. And then I'm like, and then they're like, wait, I'm like, oh, do I look like a fake or something? I'll keep tricking everybody. and then so
You
I'm just
you
like, oh,
taking doing autographs, taking
I know
pictures.
they'll like, and they'll come close to me. They're like, no, that's not her. I'm like, dang. I look like And then so he had invited us to another show. And then so we go to the show, and the coach is like, my boyfriend at the time was actually thinking about doing it himself. And so the coach that was there was like, you should do it, talking about me. And I was like, do what? And he was like, you have a good look. I'm like, he was like, you could do this. I'm like, but how do you know I could do that? I don't have MMA background. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, you have to have some type of mixed martial arts background or something. And I was like, yeah, you thought that too?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm like, it's scary. I'm like, I can't do that. And then, like I said, I was a dental assistant. And so he was like, why don't you come to one of the practices and give it a shot or whatever? And then I was like, and so I sat on it for 2 months. And I was like, it was just in the back of my head. I was like, should I? No, should I? And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go. And then so I ended up going to one of the practices, and I actually did really well. And then he was like, you can make, like you said, a lot of money in it. You have a good look. You're athletic. He was like, you're picking this up like really naturally and stuff like that. I'm like, let me do it. And I ended up falling in love with it. And I was like, I'm doing it. I guess this is where my journey is leading me. And so, yeah, that's what I'm doing now.
Oh my goodness. Well, there has to be some other like athletic background, like all these like years. Are you really that athletic naturally that you didn't like, you had to have worked out this entire time since dental assisting and everything?
Yes, I do work out though in the gym. Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm just not naturally fit. No. I wish that would be amazing.
You never know. Some people are like that where it's like, wow, it's just God's gift somehow that you to do things.
Like my friend growing up in high school, she was like naturally fit. She didn't even do anything. I'm like, you don't even do anything. You have these abs and these legs, and I'm like,
oh my goodness, that's
and my mom's actually a personal trainer. So
oh my goodness,
yeah. So
your mom does it all.
She does it all. She's a personal trainer. And the funny thing is that everybody would tell her she should have been a wrestler growing up. Like when I was a kid, they're like, you look like a wrestler. You should be a wrestler or whatever. And so I got pictures I'm kind of living through her. Because she didn't pursue it, so it kind of got pushed onto me. I'm like,
oh my goodness. I gotta see pictures of your mom. Oh my goodness.
Yes. She's fit.
Really?
Yeah.
I love it.
That's what I think. That's my motivation. Is like, I can't have my mom look better than me. I'm younger than her.
Oh my goodness.
I gotta keep up with her. It's not the other way around where she has to keep up with her.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing. Yeah. Oh, she must be so proud of you. I mean, their whole entire family, but like, wow. That's like, that's mini me right there.
Yes. She's definitely my number one supporter. She goes to a lot of my shows that are local, and everybody knows her with the big sign. Like, I seen your mom. Yep, that's her.
I love that.
Yes.
Got her.
Yeah, a huge, my face is, I'm like, oh my gosh. She's like,
she goes and gets your face blown up like a big old poster of you.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's her.
I love that so much.
Yeah.
Like, I want to meet her one day. So
absolutely.
When I for Chinese food.
Yes.
Maybe she'll give me a workout lesson.
Absolutely. She would love that.
I need it now.
No, you look good.
Now that Rampage wants me to get in the ring and beat up Katie.
I know.
Who right now, based on the first 4 matches, would you like to see Melina go against in the ring? Because I guarantee your answer is probably different than hers.
Yeah, I would love for her to take out Katie because I have a bone to pick with her.
Okay, all right. She's like your enforcer.
Yeah.
I like it. I like that. Would you take that challenge? Now you know
He's the boss.
No,
He's the boss. I gotta do it.
But you know Katie though, so
I know I love her.
You like her twerking antics, huh?
Oh, she's my friend.
I think you make that a mandatory.
I was like, but she's my friend.
I know. You're like, not in the ring. Not you got this.
Right? What we saw? Oh my goodness. I'll save that for later, but after what we saw,
Yes.
Katie. She knows how
Katie.
she's like, ring time is ring time.
Because out of the ring, she's so sweet. Katie is so sweet out of the ring.
And then inside, I'm like, what?
And then
happened?
inside,
Who
I'm like,
hurt
"What
you?
So blue is one of my favorite colors. And when I was thinking, you too? You like blue? All shades of blue, light blue, dark blue. Like,
Well, when is your birthday? Because it goes because of my birthstone.
so my birthday's October. My birthstone's pink and opal.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So blue is what? March?
Yeah,
Yeah, March what?
March 9th.
That's my mom's birthday.
No way! Oh
Yes!
my goodness! I was just talking about this to what was it, Danielle, where her birthday is my brother's birthday. I can't believe that your mom has my birthday.
Yes,
We're
we're
the
the same birthday.
We're family.
Yes. So my birthday is October 28th. So
Oh my goodness.
yes. October 28th.
Actually, I am writing it down. Noted. We're celebrating it.
Yes. So blue is one of my favorite colors. And when I was thinking of the name, I was just laying down and I was looking at the sky. And I was like, the sky is blue. Would it be Jordan Sky? And I was like, no, that kind of sounds like a stripper name to me.
Maybe avoid
And then
that
luckily I
one.
didn't because there's sky blue. So I'm like, okay, that's like too close. And so I was like, the sky is blue and I like blue, Jordan Blue. And it actually flows. And I was like, let's go with it. And then so I just dropped the E to kind of make it like different.
I love that.
And just so it's not categorized as just the color. It's more of like an extension of whatever blue is.
Yeah.
And then like for this year too, I'm using the Jordan 23 for Michael Jordan. And so that's where it comes from. But only the 23 is not only for Michael Jordan, it's for the year. So I'm like, Jordan 23 is actually like my year. You know what I mean? And that's like impactful for me. And that's like I switched my gear into the Michael Jordan gear. And I'm like, let's go.
Oh my goodness, I love that. I didn't even think about like how this year. I'm like, yeah, it's true, huh?
Yeah. I'm like, okay, Jordan. I had to be creative. I had to like keep going and like wrestling, you have to keep being creative and keep coming up with new ideas and or it gets boring to people. Or you get left behind, or like I gotta keep being like relevant. Like how? It's hard mentally.
Oh, it is, but they get so loyal though. Like I think that's our fear. Like
It is.
Yeah, but in reality, they get so loyal. They really do. But I think as an entertainer, as an athlete, like you have to be creative at all times. Like it gives you an extension of focusing that creative passion that you have when it comes to your style, when it comes to like all the things, like all these things that you're able to do in wrestling. Creativity is important, and to be stagnant, I always think like if you don't want to learn, if you don't want to evolve, then you might as well not wrestle because then it loses its passion.
I agree.
Think people who keep wanting to evolve are passionate. That's why they keep wanting to learn more and do more.
Right. It is. It's the passion. Even with me too, I make my own merch. Like I'm behind that hard work. So I feel like when a fan gets my merch, they're getting like a piece of me, because like I'm the one that's making it. So it's not coming from like a factory and so like everything I do is I try to have like meaning behind it. So I feel like they even support more. It's because, man, she made it. She's working behind it. Like, let me support.
That's beautiful. Is that like what kind of like merch do you do yourself?
My shirts. So I make my shirts, and then I make the jerseys too.
Oh my
So, like,
goodness!
the basketball jerseys and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, well, I gotta get me one.
Yes.
I do.
Whatever you want, I got you.
And then I'll wear it when we go eat Chinese food together.
Okay.
And then when I'm around your mom, so your mom doesn't kick my ass. You better support my
Why
daughter.
would to kick your ass? Because you want your ass to grow for Katie.
Oh my goodness. Katie, man. Has your mom seen that match?
Yes. They actually watched it on stream.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. And
your family supports it all.
Yeah. They loved it. They're like, that was a whole new side to you. I've never seen you do that. Like, I didn't even know I had that in me. I was like, I guess I'm twerking.
Get in somebody's face and it's like, you know what, fine, I'll do it like tag match or something, and we'll do this.
You know what you have to do? Your entrance. Oh, you have to just take off and hit your entrance.
Oh my goodness.
You still do
I
the
think
split?
that alone that'll be like a pay-per-view moment.
I swear that would be like the best moment ever. Everybody's like, oh.
I'll have your mom train me.
Yes. Can you still do the splits?
Yeah, it's weird. I think I'll be 90 years old and still do the splits. Where like little things like that, like say Katie's twerking or something.
Yes.
It has to be like God's will or something that says this is what was meant to happen for wrestling or something like that.
Because that split is you, and like it's so iconic. Everybody knows you for that.
So now that I see how much love and passion that you have for wrestling, what is your most favorite thing about wrestling?
The fans. The fans are my favorite thing about wrestling. Just seeing how much they believe in me makes me believe in myself even much more. Like, I can't let them down. You know what I mean? That's what motivates me, and that's my favorite thing. Just like
the ultimate motivators. They really are.
They are.
It's like their support and their encouragement and the way, like, just the positivity that they share, they say to you. It's like so amazing that it's like, okay, I got to keep going. Like, They believe in me and they have faith. I cannot let them down.
Exactly. And that's how I look at it, especially the ones that have been with me from the very beginning, my very first match, or just when I was just training. They're like, okay, I can't wait to go to the first match. And so I'm like, I show them a lot more love, because it's like you were with me from my first match, and you're still with me now.
It's so true. Oh.
Yeah,
I see the world, and it's so true. Like, they seen you when, like, you kind of didn't believe in yourself, or you couldn't foresee what was going to happen in the future, and they saw it and they believed in you right from the beginning when they didn't even have a reason to. So I'm so happy that you embrace them.
They haven't even seen me wrestle, and you believe in me.
Some people just have that it factor.
Thank you. You.
And the universe is like, this is your path. This is what you were meant to do.
Yes.
I believe in
it. I believe in the universe too.
Everything happens for a reason. People get tired of me saying that, but I honestly believe it.
I do too. I really do. Just like,
how did we get into wrestling? Like, there's no rhyme or reason where we should have, but we did. All these like doors had to open for that moment in time.
Right.
Can you explain that?
Right. And it was from the ex-boyfriends for me and you. I'm like, there is a reason why I was with you for this long, to lead me into.
Oh want to get back into wrestling. I'm not going to. Except
do the entrance. You have to do the entrance. Come on. That has to be so good. And then you just hit the entrance.
the way you're just, you know what? Here you go, Katie. I was like, yes. That look on your face, like,
I was like, your turn.
Yeah, that's right. You found out about your match with Katie. What did you think?
I honestly was nervous because one, I've never met her before, and she has this huge, like, she's been doing it for a while, and she has this huge following. So I'm like, I actually came across her footage when I first started training. I'm like, who's that? So I'm like, I already knew about her. So I'm like, and then I'm wrestling somebody that I was watching. You know what I mean? I'm like, I thought it was so cool, and like just to be given that opportunity is like, wow, okay. Then they're capable. They think I'm capable of handling somebody with a statue. So I'm like, okay, let's go, let's do it. So then I got excited and stuff. And
then she started choking you in the ring.
Yeah, she tricked me because before that she was so sweet, and then we got in the ring and she's like, ah. I'm like, oh, you played me. I feel played.
The switch flipped, and I was like, oh my goodness, like. What? You could hear me in the commentary saying, oh my goodness, she's trying to kill her.
And another choke.
Now, this is
oh my goodness. She's like, I want you to die.
Why isn't the referee at least administering the 5
She
count?
kept choking you. I was like, she really doesn't want her to breathe. Like, what is
yes. And then pulling my hair, and the ref was telling her to stop, and she wouldn't stop, and then she went back to choking me, and then she went back to pulling. I'm like, I can't catch a break. I'm like, what do you want?
We were even asking, we're like, did she pay the ref? Like, the ref, how's the ref not seeing this? He was just mesmerized by Katie's assets.
Yeah, because she was on top, so all you can see is just like,
oh my goodness.
You know,
it's like front row can't like see past like everything.
You can't, because if she's choking me, it's jiggling, right?
I was just like, oh my goodness, it's brilliant. It's a brilliant distraction.
Yes.
You know, you can't argue with that kind of tactic. If it's effective, it's effective.
It's effective. I mean, who wouldn't stare at her?
Oh my goodness. But you know what? You did such a great job because all of a sudden you got the upper hand, and then you just gave her back what she gave to you. And were you really like, yes, this is the time? You know what, Katie?
You could see it all in my face. I was loving that moment. I was like, it's my turn. I mean, my ass is right. Just hers, so I don't know how good I did, but I was loving that moment. I was like, my turn.
I was happy for you. It was like, you know what? How do you like it? How do you like it?
Yeah.
You do that to me.
Yeah, how dare you? Back at you.
And I really thought you had it when you went up for the moonsault, but then Katie rolled out and it was like, oh man.
I thought I had it too. I thought I had it, and then she rolled out, and then she got me. She got me with her Samoan drop.
It just took one moment in time. I give her all the credit in the world, but at the same time, do you feel like you were wronged in any way? Do you feel like you were cheated in any way?
She just had the upper hand.
I don't know. She choked you a lot.
She did choke me. I mean, she did cheat. She choked me. She gave me all that freaking booty.
It was a lot of.
Yes. But in the end, she moved out the way. She was one step ahead.
Did you know what Rampage was saying about you guys' match after you guys had your match? Like, he got onto commentary and he was telling us how, one, he was not a fan of Katie because she was doing her illegal moves by doing her twerking and the sting face. He was so against it. He's like, no, that twerker girl.
That twerker girl, no. When she did her so I was not aware of it like right at that moment of him talking about it, but afterwards, after I started seeing like footage and like what was it, like last week is when I was aware of it, and I was like, oh my god, that's so funny.
You know, he gave you the highest compliments. Like, okay, so you already saw it. So what he said was that he thought you had a better twerk than Katie. And I was like, oh.
I know. I'm like, how do I have? I'm like, she does this. That's her ass is like huge, and I have this like smaller booty. I'm like, how? Nah, she has more twerking
She has
skills.
a beautiful proportions. You know what I mean? She has a beautiful look, and I love her.
Yes,
That's so Katie.
it's
But
so
you
her.
have proportionate to you, you know? So you
Right.
have a beautiful figure, and he loved it. He loved it.
Okay, I'll take.
He's giving you credit. He's giving you
Yes,
credit.
I'll take that.
Mm-hmm.
For him to say that I gained a fan in him is that's a big compliment. Like, wow, that's
Yes.
huge.
So when you found out that he was going to be our CEO, what did you think? I was like, what? In wrestling? Like,
I know, I was surprised too. I was like, really? Okay, that works. It was just more like a shock, like you, like what? Okay.
You know what? Like having Rampage be a part of it and be the CEO, I'm like, wow, that is so different and interesting and out of left field. But at the same time, I know that everybody in UWW is going to be the strongest, most impressive women in the world, not only because it's Ultimate Women of Wrestling, but his
Right.
background. He's going to make sure
Right.
we're the top women in the world. So
Right.
I'm excited.
I'm excited too. It's gonna be dope watching and being a part of, not just watching.
Yes.
Yes.
What do you think is next for you at UW?
I honestly don't know. I want the rematch with her.
The last thing, just in case, because I know we love Katie outside the ring. Inside the ring, I was like, ooh,
Oh,
not the girl I love.
person.
That's not the girl I know and love. Do
Yes.
you have any message to send to her, whether it's about a rematch or anything to say to her? If not, it's okay, but just in case, I wanted to see.
I don't, just besides the rematch, honestly.
You're so sweet. I'm
Yeah.
like, bitch, because you sat on me.
I
And
know.
you put your ass in my face. We're gonna have a rematch.
I
You
know.
broke me, and that was wrong.
I'm gonna hit wrong. I'm gonna hit some squats in the gym, and I'm coming for you. That's what I gotta say.
It is what I need to do. If Rampage wants me, like you said, to go face her, I would need to do that.
Some squats, Bulgarians, all that stuff.
Oh my goodness. Before we end the show, is there anything you want to say to your fans?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I wouldn't be here without any of you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. You guys keep me motivated. I always look back and think about you guys before I even go out on stage. And so I appreciate you guys.
Oh, I love that so much.
That's it. Just a whole bunch of appreciation.
Oh, I could see it. I could see it in the way you talk about them and everything. So
Yes.
you hear that, everybody?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, we love you too, Jordan Blu.
Thank you.
Everybody out there, thank you, Jordan. Thank you so much for being on the show. And to everybody out there, thank you for watching. And we hope you have a great week. Mwah!
Mwah.
Don't forget to watch Ultimate Recap every Tuesday, 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern, by following, subscribing, and ringing that bell to find out about your favorite wrestling stars of Ultimate Women of Wrestling.